Today on JiK Labs, we're going to take a bunch of cells and squish them together using Concatenate. Let's get started. Now that you have Excel open and ready to go, you'll notice we're back at our phone number exercise from last week, where we took a phone number as a string and broke it up into 3 sections. Here in America, we generally utilize the format seen in E1, the area code surrounded by the parentheses, the phone number, hyphen, and then the last 4 digits of the phone number. With this constant string that we had and we separated into text to columns, now we want to merge columns B, C, and D back together. We could do that by, never moving it from text to columns in the first place, but let's assume that we didn't last week take A2 and split it up into 3 different columns, and it was 3 different columns from the get-go. We are going to utilize Concatenate, a function inside Microsoft Excel that's going to make your life easier. Keep in mind, equals Concatenate is for 2006 and older, and equals Concat is for 2009 or Microsoft 365, which is what we're utilizing today. But aside from the name, once you get into the parentheses, everything is going to be immediately the same. So we're going to come in here and we're going to equal Concat. And the text that we want to reference, we're going to hit that, comma, C2, comma, and D2, comma, and we're going to close those parentheses. Well, great. That merged it all back into one, but we don't have that correct format. So let's take a look at that function again, and let's just restart it. So what we've done is we reference each cell and put a comma in between, but that's not what we want to do. So let's start over, and we're going to reference, first things first, we want to reference some text. We want to open the parentheses, so we're going to put that around quotation marks, quote, open quotation, comma. Now we're going to reference the area code, comma, once again quotation marks, close the parentheses, quotation marks, a comma. We're going to reference the prefix, comma again, and then we're going to do quotation marks hyphen, quotation marks, comma, and then we're going to reference D2. And we will close the parentheses. And now you can see we have that format that we're looking for. We've taken our 3 references, utilized Concatenate, and made them into one cell. We've added in additional text references, the parentheses around the area code and the hyphen and the phone number. And again, to show you how we did that is we used, since this is Office 365, Concat, open parentheses, quotations around a text we want to add, open parentheses, the area code, close parentheses, first part of the phone number, hyphen around quotation marks, and the last 4 digits of phone number, and we closed out the Concat equation. When we hit enter, we see that reference. If we were to copy these guys down, it would do the same exact format if we wanted. Well, let's just say we wanted a space here between the area code and the prefix. Well, once again, we pull up our equation and we add a space end of the close parentheses. And we just hit enter. And now you can see that this format has the area code space followed by the phone number. If we were to copy that down, it follows suit. So now that we've used the Concatenate formula built into Microsoft Excel, remember 2016 and older is Concatenate equals Concatenate, 2019 or newer in Microsoft 365 is equals Concat. Now there's another way you can merge multiple cell references into one cell by using the AND operator. In this function right here, in this cell, we have the Concat equation. We're going to delete that out, and we're going to hit equal sign, quotations to open our parentheses, the AND operator, highlight B3, and quotation marks to close out, add the extra space at the end of our parentheses for the formatting, and sign again, C3, and parentheses to add in the hyphen, and D3. Hit enter, and you'll see we have the same exact format utilizing two different equations. Let's look over here at the two different examples. This is using concatenate, and this is using the AND operator. It's up to you for what you want to use. I generally use concat. Either or gets the job done, but the choice is up to you. Another thing that you can utilize, as we all know, we have equals today. Open and close the parentheses, and that gives us the date. Now let's just say we wanted to say today is, and have the date. So to get that all in one cell, we can come down here and do concat, enter our today is. Since we want a space between today is and the date, make sure you hit space and close the quotation marks. We're going to hit the comma to bring in. We're going to text a text equation. So we're going to open a new set of parentheses. The value is going to be the function today, which is open and closed. And then the format. We're going to have the quotation marks. So we want this to be M, the month. Two M's will give you 09 as the month, as it's September 14th. If you use 4 M's, it will give you the full month of September, followed by day, comma, year, year for the full year. Close those quotations, close the parentheses for the text function, and then close the parentheses for the concat function and hit enter. And you're going to see today is September 14th, comma, 2021. And that is one cell within the confines of Microsoft Excel. So that's another example you can use concatenate for. You could also use that with the AND operator, but for this I find it easier to use concat. And let's take a look at this function again. We're going to copy it down and paste it. But once again, we're going to come in here, put the apostrophe in so you can see how that function is laid out. So this is taking today is here with equals today. And again, we could change the formatting on that cell to make it look how we have it down below. So now you can see this is over two cells. Today is September 14th, 2021 is now in one cell by utilizing the concat formula. Today is text, today, and then followed by the format. Thank you for joining JiK Labs today as we explored concatenate and concat, as well as the AND operator to take multiple cells and merge them into one cell reference. It's a very useful tool that helps you clean up your data, or in this case, make our phone numbers look more uniform to the format that we are used to seeing, or allow you to add text and some sort of equation, in this case the date, into one cell so you don't have to split it up over two cells. That about sums up concatenate today. Hopefully you learned a thing or two, and we'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. By utilizing the this is using concat.